J-Man. I am Jason, defender of geekdom. My true calling in life was revealed to me the day I had discovered YouTube. I have the power! I became J-Man, the most powerful geek in the universe. Only 3 others share this secret. My friends Steven, Owen, and Sean. Together, we defend geekdom from the evil forces of social media. J-Man. Hey guys, J-Man here in the Phantom Zone, talking about some more wrestling, of course, and we're going to be doing, obviously, the women's division. I kind of set up it's this side. I kind of set up my little shelf here. So below, that's all the DVDs, all the WrestleManias and other stuff. Above is some of the other things that I've got. It's not everything, but it's pretty close to everything. And you can see other random crap in the back. But what can I do? This is where the shelf is, so it's a little bit of a weird angle, but it's the best I could do. Okay, so let's just a couple of updates really quickly before we get into it. Thursday night, we're doing our first ever Spawn stream. We're calling it Respawn, and we're going to talk just about Spawn comics that we've read. You don't have to have read them all. We'll kind of just cover the ones, like this is the first one, so I'm pretty sure Sean's coming on. I think Steve's coming on. I'm not sure. We're just going to talk about the ones that we've read, kind of who our favorite characters are, what we like about it, what we don't like about it. Just talking about Spawn. Anyone can come in. It'll be sort of an open chat, but not an open chat for any topic. It's going to have to be Spawn related only because I'm part of a few Spawn Facebook groups. So some people may or may not come on from the Spawn group. So we're going to keep it. It'll be an open mic sort of, but Spawn only, and that'll be Thursday night. Friday night is going to be another space opera versus. So we're doing Metal Storm, The Destruction of Jared Sin 3D versus Space Hunter, Adventures in the Forbidden Zone 3D. Both have the longest titles ever. They're both in 3D. They both have like a big kind of leading man guy with a girl on his side in some kind of apocalyptic weird space world. So they're very, very similar. So those are the ones that we're going to versus Friday night. That's going to be pretty exciting. And once we get that one, we're going to have sort of the first round complete. We'll have 4 movies that are qualified, and then we're going to need to do 4 more. So we're still going to have another 4 weeks of this before we're even into the actual tournament. So that's going to be pretty cool. All right. So now that that has all been said and done, let's bring in Steven. Hey, how's it going?
Hey, J-Man, how's it going?
I'm good.
Good.
I was defrosting my fridge before, and I haven't done it in a while. I'm like, oh man, I got to defrost this sucker. And there's like big chunks of ice. And I'm like, you know what? It's almost done. I'm like, screw it. It's good enough. Put it back in there. I've got a mini fridge, so I got to defrost that sucker.
Yeah, I have to defrost mine too as well soon. When it starts to build up and starts to hang down a bit, you're like, yeah, I probably should do something about that.
Well, mine was like this thick.
Oh my God.
I was like chiseling it with like, I was removing chunks, and my wife was like, can the fridge even hold that much like ice in there? Like, what the heck? It's like, it was just like a block. So hopefully I didn't damage anything, but I don't think so. I'm lazy like that. I kind of get to it when I get to it, and it's like, okay, why is
you don't always think of defrosting the fridge? It's not high on the priority list normally.
Yeah.
It's like
breathing,
yeah.
You know,
eating, breathing,
eating, yeah, pooing,
yeah.
Before I got the sleeping. So yeah, okay. So my notes are condensed today because I had a little. I tried to use up this. Sometimes when you have like a piece of paper where you wrote a bunch of stuff, you're like, "Ooh, if I could just squeeze this in, I can kind of finish." Because this side was last week's, and this is this week's. So I was
Oh,
like, get it all into one note here. Are you have you been watching? Did you watch what have you, so Friday? Wait, are you on tomorrow? Are you on Spawn stream or because you've read some of it, right?
yeah, I'll be on for a while at least. Thursday nights, for those who don't know, that's the day I go into work, and it's not just me, driving around the corner. I got to actually go into the city, which takes a while. It's actually
Right,
expensive, and I have to get super early in order to not be jammed in like a frigging sardine.
right.
So, like Thursday nights are tough for me. So I try and be on. I try to make an appearance, but I'm not always going to like be on to the end
Yep.
because I just like around like it's sad, but around 8 o'clock I start to get like sleepy. So I'm an old man. What can I say?
Oh
I'm in
my
my mid
God.
40s now, so
Well, what are you gonna
I
what
need
do
my
what do
nap time. You gotta get something that for that, like because Sean mentions it all the time how old he is. You gotta do
well,
a
they use it. I don't have. Let me think. I
you
don't
don't
think I
have an
really
old
have.
thing yet.
I don't have really an old thing. Let me see. No, I don't really have anything that'll fit. I should come up with something.
Like something
Uh,
where someone is yelling at kids to get off his lawn or something. Like something
yeah,
for
I'm gonna.
that.
Okay, I'll find something like that. There's got to be something like that out there.
You'd have to think so.
But okay, so yeah, let's. I guess we can kind of get. I guess we can kind of get into it. I actually was watching Metal Storm. I've never seen Metal Storm before, though I owned it on Blu-ray. Space Hunter I had seen several times. I had it on VHS. Have you watched any of those yet or no? Have you seen them before or no? So they're both going to be brand new for you. Okay.
I've never even heard of a Metal Storm. I thought was a video game. I
Oh,
swear there
okay.
was a video game called Metal Storm.
Oh, well, I mean, yeah. Well, Space Hunter has Ernie Hudson, Michael Ironside, Molly Ringwald. It's like, yeah, it's not like a piss movie. It's just like, oh, there's a lot of Michael Ironside is like, if you haven't seen him, when you see Michael Ironside, you're going to be pretty pumped up. Like, it's pretty crazy. Like, you got to think that I had this on VHS, which means I had this as a kid. I picked it
Kid,
up at
yeah,
like
yeah.
Zellers or something. So you put yourself in my mind watching Space Hunter. Okay, you're gonna be like, whoa. Metal Storm. Metal Storm is Charles Band. Uh, so and I'd never seen it before. I owned it. But I it's just one of those I never watched it. I owned it. And as I was watching it today, I started to realize I'm like, I think I did watch this before. Like I thought I hadn't seen it before, but I did. I think I did see it before. So actually, I hate doing this, but I only watched about half. I literally started defrosting the fridge, and then and I forgot. Like I went to defrost the fridge, and then I went and did stuff, went and checked the mail, whatever. Came back, I put in Metal Storm, and I'm watching it, and watching. I'm like, oh shit! I turned the fridge off, and it's gonna be dripping everywhere. And I totally forgot. So I got about like half an hour into Metal Storm, and I had to stop it. I was like, crap! I hate doing that. I hope that doesn't affect my thoughts on it because I want to be as fair as possible. And Space Hunter is like a childhood favorite, like an Ice Pirates and even a Crawl. Though Ice Pirates and Crawl did lose, childhood favorites lost to newer movies, which is, which is weird. So
Yeah, like the first week threw me right off, and then it seemed that the second week went according to script, right? But it
right.
was like it was you. If anyone had said Space Mutiny over Battle Beyond the Stars, you would have had to throw them off the stream. I know that's not your thing, but I seriously think you would have had to throw them off.
Well, so far, Battle Beyond the Stars has been the only one that I knew for sure was going to win and won. I literally thought Crawl. It was a no-brainer for Crawl. The thing, well, you haven't seen yours, so we're gonna watch it at your place tomorrow night.
Yeah.
And that'll give you an opportunity to see it properly on your proper TV and
yes,
with the better sound and everything. And then you can, because it's made it to the tournament, so you're gonna have to watch it for the next round.
Yeah.
The thing is that like when I first saw I thought it was awesome, and then I was like, yeah, but it's not Crawl. Like it just there's just no way. And then I watched it again, and I don't know, I really like it a lot. Like I made like I have the soundtrack to it, like the CD.
Yeah.
I wanted to get the poster, and I thought it was sold out, but then I just recently saw that it wasn't. So it's not sold out. I thought it was. For some reason, when I was typing it wasn't coming up, but actually it is there. So it is at Movie Poster Warehouse. So I will get it.
Oh, nice.
It's only $30, so I'm just gonna go get it.
Oh, that's cheap for a poster.
Yeah, it's so I'm just gonna get it. But yeah, because to me it was like He-Man, right? So it's got all these awesome things or whatever. So anyways, whatever, we'll watch it and you can go from there. But yeah, so and then when I rewatched, I was like, man, I don't know, and then I watched Space Raiders, which I'd never seen before, and I thought, wow, this is such a neat movie. So it is what it is, man. That's how it goes sometimes. So I'm worried for Space Hunter now because again, like this first 4 movies has not played out at all what I thought it was going to be. So now I'm really like worried about like what is Space Hunter going to make, because I thought, oh yeah, Space Hunter for sure, but people are saying Metal Storm's pretty neat. So we'll have to see how it goes. I watched half an hour of it. I won't tell you what my thoughts are just yet. We'll cover it on Friday. Tomorrow's stream is not going to be. It's just going to be Spawn talk.
Yeah.
I want to see how it goes because a few people, some people said, "Oh yeah, that'll be cool," and then they may or may not show up, right? So
right.
It's Facebook.
Cool.
You don't know.
And then they don't show up. Yeah.
Right. But I've gotten in the last like 2 weeks, I've gotten 20 plus subscribers, more than I've ever gotten in any span of time ever. And a lot of that came from Creep Show.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of that came from Vanish and Spawn, like the Image comics.
I gotta tell you, man, horror comics never went away, and horror-esque comics never went away. Like Marvel and DC were always like the 2 big ones, but like there's so many people who grew up on EC Comics and stuff like that who really love that sort of thing, and they don't go away, man. They're there, but like Marvel fans come and go, DC fans come and go, but the horror comic guys, they don't go anywhere. The indie comic guys, they're loyal.
A lot of people didn't even know Creepshow. The other thing, like a lot of people were messaging me saying, I didn't even know this came out. Sean didn't know.
I didn't know.
And you didn't know. And the thing is that I'm not just checking. I actually check a website that shows you every release by every studio, by every publisher.
Yeah.
So I check that every Monday before I go to the shop on Tuesday. So I know precisely what I need to get. And I don't think Sean's doing it, because Sean is just like, well, I'll get what I get and that's it. But I'm actively searching because there's a lot of comics that come out every week, and I'm actively searching. Oh, I need Creep Show. Okay, there it is. Oh, I need this one. And I go Tuesday. Most books are on sale Wednesday, and I'm friends with the owner, so he just gives me my books right there, right? Yeah. So I got to make sure that I'm getting the ones, because if you don't get them, they're gone. But anyway, okay. So we can talk real quickly about NXT, because I did watch that, and NXT's on tonight.
Yeah.
So I'll watch tonight's. Well, I'll probably watch it tonight after because I PVR it. Do you know how long NXT is? Because I don't think my PVR is getting the whole thing.
I think it's like 2 hours.
Okay. Maybe it goes late sometimes because it feels like it's not getting the whole thing. Maybe I need to set the recording to make sure to go like 5 minutes afterwards or something, because sometimes I don't get the whole thing.
That's weird.
It feels like it cuts off. And I don't get that with other shows. Like I record Dragon's Den, and my wife has a couple of shows that she watches. I never have that, and I don't have that for wrestling, for Raw or SmackDown. But for NXT, It always feels like the match is still going and it ends. Yeah,
that's weird.
That is weird. So okay, well, so these are new to me, so I have to look at my notes here. Alba Fire.
Yeah, Alba Fire. Kaylee Ray.
Okay, so she's like saying, "Oh, I'll take the title from Mandy," and Mandy's like saying, "Well, she's not impressed by her," or something. So it was just like an interview or something, which is pretty funny.
Yeah.
You got Hurricane.
Hey, Double C.
Oh yeah, what's going on with that?
Are you okay down there, Double C? Like, Ian,
yeah.
Like we've been dealing with Fiona, but then I heard Ian was hitting too, and I'm like, and it's in Florida, so. And Florida gets hit a lot, man. Damn, they do.
So, I mean, that sucks, dude. So I hope you guys are all right down there. Like, I mean, I don't think we've ever had, like, we haven't had anything. The last bad one we had was where my mom lost some of her fence and some roof shingles. That was like not too long ago, right? That was just a few months ago. That's the worst that we've ever gotten around here.
Yeah, we've got it where like all of a sudden it'll just be like raining impossibly hard for like 5 minutes and then nothing.
Yeah, it's never been that bad, right?
No. I think the worst thing we had in recent memory was actually an ice storm where literally a tree was leaning against my house for a while until they removed it.
Well, that last one where my mom lost the fence, trees got uprooted by our place too.
That's crazy.
But I'm on the 22nd floor of a condo, so like,
yeah,
I don't even know.
You're not going anywhere. Nothing's going near you.
Right.
Not at that height.
Yeah, nothing's falling on me or whatever.
No,
right?
And you're in an urban setting, so
yeah. Okay, and then we had Toxic Attraction versus Ivy Nile and Tatum Paxley. Is that her name?
Yeah.
And Toxic Attraction won, obviously. So I don't know any of these people. They seem like they were okay.
Toxic Attraction. I heard them. The one girl, not Paxley, but the other one.
Yeah.
They're talking about her like she's dealing with Diamond Mine, which I've heard about a lot, but I don't really know what anytime someone says Diamond Mine or Diamond anything, I think of DDP. I can't help it. As soon as someone says Diamond in wrestling, I'm like DDP. Right. But I know it's not DDP, right? So I don't know what it is, but she was cool. She the Pitbull girl, she was cool. But Toxic Attraction is just really good.
Yeah.
Like they really got their shtick down pat. And they look good in the ring. They have some high impact moves like that. That finale wasn't sold that well, where it was like the high kick, low kick thing. Mm-hmm. But if it's executed well and taken well, it's really, really good to watch. So, okay,
it's not hitting your part. Okay, yeah,
okay.
like my geography is garbage, but it's so it's like as long as you're good, you're good. I mean, like. What happened there? Okay. Yeah, so that's good. I mean, I don't know. It seems like, they get hit a lot.
Hurricane's bad in Florida. Usually it's like great weather. Whenever I've been in Florida, I think I've been in Florida like twice for a total of 4 weeks. I usually go for 2 weeks, and it like rained once when I was in a restaurant.
Huh.
And literally, I was in the restaurant, it rained, and it stopped.
Yeah, I haven't been... I don't think I've never been to Florida for sure. We just get hit some of the bit of the way. Yeah, so that's not so.
That's okay. We'll hope that it stays that way. We'll see.
Hey Joe, how's it going, man?
Yo.
Yeah, I don't know where Joe. I don't know where
he's
Joe
in Chicago.
Oh, he's in Chicago. Okay.
Yeah, he's got the Bulls. When he said the Bulls at the United Center.
Oh, right. Okay.
And he's mentioned being in Chicago and seeing shows. So.
Like I have zero clue about like I mean I know where the continents are, but like that's about as far as it goes. I used to know South America perfectly because in high school we had to pick a continent and learn everything. So I got South America, so I super knew like every country, the capital. Like I knew everything about South America back in like grade 9 or something or whatever. It's like I knew South America perfectly, but then that's it.
Oh, there was a board game. I forget what it was called, but I loved it as a kid, and it was all geography to the point where I was actually correcting my teacher. She was like, "Oh, something was the capital of Nepal," and I'm like, "No, it's not. It's Kathmandu." And she's like, at parent-teacher interview. She was like, Steven's correcting me on geography. They're like, yeah, we got him this game and he plays it like literally all the time.
Oh my God.
Like it got to a point where I was playing it so much with this friend of mine that my parents bought me a copy because they're like, you just keep playing it. So I've always loved geography, and also Risk has taught me a lot. Like lately with the Russia-Ukraine thing, they're like, oh, Irkutsk has been attacked. And
yes,
like, I know where Irkutsk is. I've heard of that. Because our mutual friend loves taking over Irkutsk. He keep whenever he's like, I'm going to take Irkutsk. Like,
oh man.
Come on. Every place you go, there's always someone who thinks he's a badass, right?
Steve thinks he's the badass of
Yeah.
geography.
Irkutsk.
Oh my god. All right. So Toxic Attraction won that one. Roxanne was talking about, I guess, Cora Jade or something. I can't remember
She
exactly.
wrestled some, I assume, Japanese wrestler. If you
Yeah.
watch the highlights, this Japanese wrestler was crazy. Apparently,
Yeah, who
she's
was
a legend.
that? Yeah,
She's
so
a
we
legend.
had. That's right. She was yes, she was the thing is, they it's hard to tell their age.
Yeah.
Like Michelle Yeoh could be like 70. I don't know but she doesn't look like her age.
Right.
It's tough to tell. So they always look pretty good, especially in the ring. You're like, yeah, this girl's pretty. It's like, well, how old is this woman again? Like, because she's looking pretty good. And that was Wendy Chu. That was their name.
The legend was a long name. It's like Meso because
Oh no, wait a minute. Wendy Chu's the other girl. Sorry.
Yeah. I forget her name because
I didn't get her name.
But she looked on the highlights. I was like, holy crap, this woman looks insane.
Yeah, was it Wendy fighting her?
No, it was Roseanne fighting her. Because she's saying what an honor it was and blah, blah, blah.
Yes, that's right.
And now she's focused to fight Cora Jade.
Yes, that's right.
Yeah.
That's right. Yes. I didn't get her name. But I remember thinking she was awesome. Yes, that's right. But then we had Cora
versus Wendy Chu.
Wendy
Chu looks really good in the ring, man. Like her getup is ridiculous. I'm still like, yeah. There. Yes, Joe.
42. There you go. That's it. 42.
Miko Satomura. She was incredible. I hope she comes back because I would love to watch her wrestle again. Because what I saw, the short bit I saw, I'm like, this woman's incredible. Yeah, Chicago, your sister city to Toronto. What I say, sister city. You pretty much, cold weather, same as us.
Oh yeah, we're already in the cold weather. That was already last week. Started up.
Yeah,
wearing my hoodie to work and all that.
And then Wendy Chu versus Cora Jade. We knew Cora Jade was going to win. Wendy Chu had some really nice offensive moves, but I'm just lost with the pajamas thing and like the high socks, and I'm like, I
don't get it.
I'm weirded out by her. I guess some people like it. I don't get it. I 100%.
I think it's stupid. I think it just looks stupid to me. And it looks silly. It's just silliness.
Yeah.
Mandy Rose beat her, and somebody. Let's see. I'm on my laptop just so I could have the camera facing my wrestling stuff. So now I can't see anything.
Mandy Rose beat her and someone else in a triple threat match to unify.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Because I think NXT UK is done, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh yeah, it's done. Like
they're not keeping it anymore. I don't think they're bringing over the talent they can or releasing the rest. That's it.
Right.
A lot of guys in WWE right now are from NXT UK, like Gunther and Imperium and all that. They're all like Butch. They're all NXT UK guys.
And then Lash came behind and attacked her.
Lash Legend, who is like impossibly tall, and she freaking pump kicked Wendy Chu in the face. I'm like,
kicked in the face.
I didn't even realize. I was sitting there watching. I'm like, Wendy Chu's either incredibly short or Lash Legend is incredibly tall.
I think Lash is tall and Wendy's short anyways. So
Miko wrestled in WCW. NXT showed a video of her wrestle there.
Huh.
She's incredible, man. I don't know what to say. Oh, NXT Europe. That's right. Which I like the idea of NXT Europe. I like
yeah,
that.
Why not?
I like NXT. I like NXT Europe. I love the idea of that developmental league because that's where you get the people honing their crafts and really building up, and then you see the finished product on the main rosters. But I like NXT just on their own, man. I like their own thing. I love Wade Barrett as a commentator. He's just he's perfect for it. I would love to go up to him though and be like, Wade, I got some bad news for you, man, because he was Bad News Barrett for the longest time, and that was his catchphrase. I got some bad news. I'm like, Got some bad news, Wade? Come on, give me some bad news.
Remember Bad News Brown?
Yes, the Ghetto Blaster.
The Ghetto Blaster. I don't even know, like, how is that? Like, why was it called the Ghetto Blaster? Like, it
I have
didn't.
zero idea, but it was like he did. I kicked the guy's neck. Like, I don't even know how he did it. Like, a man that size to do that, the talent to do that is incredible. I also remember Roddy Piper feuding with him, and Roddy Piper, and this would.
Oh yeah, he did the blackface.
Yeah, he did he did the half black, half
the
white.
half back blackface.
I was like,
yeah. Roddy Piper's passed away, so they can do what they want now, I suppose.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's get on to SmackDown.
Okay.
We had Liv versus Lacey Evans. So Lacey Evans came back.
Lacey Evans dominated most of the match. She really laid out Liv for a lot of it. And it's gotten to a point where I'm beginning to wonder if Liv's MO is she's just going to get her ass kicked a lot because she takes hits so well. Like,
right.
Every hit, she's like screaming and like, I'm like, she's selling her heart out. I'm like, okay, you're the champ. You know that, right? You probably shouldn't be selling this hard. But
I feel bad for her in every match. It's like Lacey just kicks the crap out of her.
I know. It's really selling this underdog thing, but Lacey dominated. She looked really good.
I like Lacey Evans a lot. I don't know. I was really I thought she was kind of whatever, and then she like all of a sudden, like, I don't know, it's like 1 week I'm like, yeah, she's okay. And then next week I'm like, man, she's awesome. I don't know what happened. It's just like,
did you like the camouflage on her forehead?
I think she's really like attractive, so I was like, I probably wouldn't like put goop
anything
on her face.
Yeah.
But anyway, I guess, they're like, it was all right. If they're gonna do that, I would have rather have it like
across.
Like, yeah, like kind of like
Rambo.
like Conan or like Conan Commando style makeup where it just goes all across her face, so then it just makes it a little bit more. If you're gonna make it scary, this just looked like it's like they rubbed some on her head. You're like, that's not enough. But anyway.
I didn't quite get it. Like, why didn't give her the full facial thing? But
yeah,
I guess
or just do like, or I don't know, like do like 2 streaks or I don't know, like or maybe like something like down her cheek.
Yeah, even on her cheek. Yeah,
something like that. Like, but
she done, and then like Liv won with Oblivion, and then Liv beat the crap out of her Candlestick, and then this was funny. She put her on the table, and then she got up on the top on the ring post.
On the post, yeah.
And she's literally like, do you remember when you like were jumping into a pool from like a for the first time,
diving
like
board or something?
Distance? Yeah, like a springboard or something where you're like,
diving board,
and you're like going like this, like you're trying to, because you could tell she got up there and she was like, oh shit, I got to do this spot now where I got to jump through this table. She's like, I don't want to kill Lacey, and I don't want to kill myself. So she's literally like 1 and 2. And I'm like, I was sitting there laughing because I'm like, it literally looked like a kid jumping into the deep end off a diving board for the first time.
Yeah.
But I'll give her this. It looked like the spot went over well. She did senton, did splash her through it.
She nailed like it. Yeah. Then the angle was perfect.
Yeah.
Like I was like, boom! Holy crap.
Yeah, it was just funny because you could see she was really worried about doing that spot. She was nervous.
It did look. It looked like it was like, whoa! Like, and you're just doing this on like a SmackDown. Like, it's not even.
Well, I think it's good because, yeah, they as soon as she brought the table, and Joe, I don't know what it is. The table comes out and everyone's horny for the tables. And I really don't know why. I personally love, it's literally like that where you're looking down on Elvira's dress. Like they're like, splat, yeah, exactly. Table comes out and they're like, yeah. I'm like, okay.
This is a table. I just had dinner on a table. It's not.
You mean when you pull out the table, your wife's not like, yeah, someone's going through it. Like,
I want them to bring out like a spiked pit. Like, oh my God, the spiked pit. No. It's like,
I'm lost because like she brings out the table and people are like, oh, I'm like, nothing's happened. She's like putting the legs in. Notice how she's like making sure it's all secure in that. Like,
yeah, they have to do that though, and because if you don't put that ring, that immediately like collapses itself.
Yeah, collapses it. But I was just like, I'm so, because to me the best weapon has still always been a steel chair. Someone hits you with a steel chair, you're going down, and even if you take it in the back, it's still going to hurt.
Oh yeah,
like a table.
Yeah, that table is just like, it's made to fall through, right?
Yeah.
So and it completely like
collapse.
It just looks devastating.
Yeah.
It looks really good, and the angle and everything looked really good. And Joe was saying, yeah, like I mean, people were like, "Oh shit, here we go!" Right? So, she's like, "I can get extreme." I'm like, "Okay, you're extreme." Like, shit, like. I loved when Lacey was doing the push-ups. Like she's like. That's how I do my push-ups in the morning. I just,
Lacey looks like she's having fun as a heel.
Yeah, it's good. I follow her on Instagram and all that, and she's got, she has a new baby and she already has a daughter.
Yeah,
the face of the daughter is exactly. She's like a little kid. It's exactly like, I'm like, oh my God, it's Lacey Evans' baby version. Like if they ever did Mortal Kombat and they turned her into Babality or whatever. I'm like, this is exactly her.
Oh my gosh.
What else did I put down? I liked the way that they did this because Lacey was awesome. She beat her up and making fun of her, saying you suck. And then Liv snapped. And that's a good setup to show that Liv can get extreme if she needs to. So I thought that whole story, like I thought that played out really good.
Yeah.
I don't know. I thought it was pretty cool. Like, and I mean, they got the angle. Like that camera guy was like in the table. It's like, boom, like she came right into it. I'm like, yep, that's how you got to do it.
Yeah.
So everything aligned good on that match. After that was damage control.
Can I ask?
Yes.
What damage are they controlling?
I don't know. But a new damage control issue of the Marvel comic came out today. I was like, oh my God, but it's not the damage control.
Like, is the women's division damaged and they're controlling? Like,
yeah, I think that they're saying it's damaged and it sucks, and now we're going to control it. They're not doing it. It doesn't mean what it normally would mean, which is to say everything is a mess or whatever. It's more like everything sucks, and it's like the brand of the women's division is damaged, and now we've got to take control to like make it. So it is kind of the meaning of it in a different way of saying it. But yeah, it's like that's what they're doing. They're controlling the women's division, I guess. That's in, and it's damaged. That's kind of what I'm thinking they mean. It was Dakota versus Raquel.
Dakota got absolutely squashed.
I mean, Raquel is one-on-one, like Dakota Kai is very skinny and small.
I mean, they at least admitted like, hey, these two were friends in NXT for a long time.
Yeah.
But like Dakota did that again, that drive-by kick I hate. Scorpion kick, which looks way better, but she had no off. Like Raquel ragdolled her for most of the match. And I'm just like, you can't have Raquel against one competitor. It's not. It's just a squash match. Like Raquel is so big. The one thing I do like about this is Raquel's character has changed. She's not coming out smiling anymore. She did the back thing, but she's like pissed all the time. I like that. But this wasn't really. I mean, it was Dakota got destroyed, and then the damage control came in and started beating her up, and then Shotzi came out again. Like, I like Shotzi. I'm glad they're doing something with her, and I think she works better as a face. Her as a heel never really worked for me because she's too like the weirdo character has to be a face to me. Like
she's not strong enough to be a heel on her
No.
own to be like, yeah, I don't need you.
Right.
Like, you know what I mean? It's like, oh, screw you guys, I'll take you on. It's like, yeah, but you're a bit short. She's more like short and feisty.
Yeah.
And like, it's not like, you know, Charlotte, who is like, yes, I'm like this statuesque and I'm better
Amazonian
than you.
woman,
and this, tall woman. It's like, you're nothing to me. That's better. Right. Like, you know, it's like Shotzi's like a little girl. She's like, yeah, she's literally Tank Girl, which is her thing. It's obviously Tank Girl. And she's like that in real life. I watch all of her. She's the best person of all. Everything she talks about is horror. She's like, I can't wait for Halloween ends. And I can't wait. She's like, I just got to do like a friend. She's like, I got to do Freddy thing. I'm like, this is awesome. Like, we'd be friends in real life. So it's like, she's the best person because her interests outside of wrestling align with my interests. It's like, who got their Halloween tickets? Me, I got them too. So it's like, I like her. I want her to be a good guy. So.
Yeah, it just didn't work. It's more like she needs to be, like you said, the feisty underdog, going to keep fighting sort of person.
Yeah.
So,
let's see.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. Yeah. They got to do something with Lacey because she is pretty tough. Like, and she looks tough. And she was a Marine too. Like, I mean, like, that means you're not messing around. Like this, like I think like, I don't want to say movies, but there's too many, like, it's like, oh, the military. Yeah. You don't just get up and be like, yeah, I'm in the military. And then you walk out. Like, I mean, these people, men, women, whatever, they're training. Like, this is like a lot of work. Like it's like, yeah, I took martial arts for 2.5 years. That's nothing. Right. Like, I showed up when I felt like it twice a week. You know what I mean? Like, she's tough and she's been through a lot. So she's a tough person. And it's like, they gotta, like, I don't mind what angle they do, but if they're going to make her a bad guy, then yeah, she needs to like be like beating the crap out of people. So her versus Rodriguez might be a more interesting thing, but they've got to do something more with her, just to get her back kind of on track. I like her a lot. I want her to do more. She would be one of my favorites if she was doing stuff. Like, she has the potential to be one of my favorites if she was doing more. And I don't think they need to do that Southern Belle thing. It's just
the Marine Army-esque character better suits her.
Yeah.
She was a Marine in real life. Use what they always say the most successful wrestling gimmicks is that person's personality amped to 11.
Yeah.
Right? So Lacey Evans was a United States Marine. Use that as her shtick.
Right. Yeah, like, she's super attractive to me.
Yeah.
Like, probably one of the best ones.
Yeah.
But like, I don't like that angle.
No.
Like, I'd rather it be like she's like the tough Marine or whatever. It's like, 'cause I didn't see her as that Southern Belle, so I don't really know, you know, what she was like or whatever. But like, her being with Vince and all that is like super bad. And that's just like, it's just stupid. Plus, she has a family and stuff. It's like, oh, that was just like in weird, poor taste. It's bad. So her being this Marine is like way, way better. Yeah, she should be like Sergeant Slaughter or whatever. That'd be a good idea.
Yeah. I just like the idea that she comes out and she's literally, look, I'm a United States Marine. All of you have never served your country, have never gone through the training I did, and then they go through my hardship. Like, what they were doing was perfect to set up a spectacular heel character. And then they blew it.
Yeah.
And then they were going to make her a heel character finally, and then she disappeared.
Right.
And now she's just back in a pseudo. I liked her better with the actual full pants and the top. Like, I like that outfit. This is fine.
I like that outfit too.
This is fine, but like, I don't like this as much as the previous outfit. I thought the other outfit was better.
Yeah, you know what? I liked when she was in pink.
Yeah, the pink fatigues.
The pink camera. And Liv needs to be white. She needs to go back to being the white.
I don't like black leather Liv.
Yeah, well, I mean, I still do, but
I don't like her as much. Now that I've seen her in red and orange and white, black is boring to me. Everyone's wearing black.
Right.
Bailey's in black. Dakota Kai's usually in black. Everyone, like Alexa Bliss is in black. Right. Everyone's in black now. Change it up, for God's sake. Like, was there a black like boots and short sale and everyone just bought? Like, what the hell? So.
Yeah, Lacey needs to be the military. It'd be awesome if it was pink because it's like all girly, which makes it even funnier. And then she's kicking the crap out of you. I think like Shotzi's good in the green, obviously.
Yeah, I like Asuka and her outfit.
And her in whatever she's her colorful thing. Yeah, they dropped the ball.
They dropped the ball.
Okay, well that's it for SmackDown. Raw, we had Bianca, Asuka, and Alexa, those three.
You mean Raw is Judgment Day? They showed up through the entire show.
I know. They're really pushing Judgment Day.
I'm like, what the hell? If I see Dominic Mysterio's face one more time, I'm going to go cry. I can't take it. But anyhow, yes, they started off with Bianca Belair, Alexa Bliss, who again looked like she didn't know why she was there.
Yeah.
And Asuka, who just looks like she's having fun no matter what she's doing.
Yeah, she doesn't care what her angle is.
I'm
on TV.
Yeah, fans, woo!
So it was Bianca versus Io. And Bianca was like, "Oh, I'm not going to fight alone because you've got your people, so I've got my people." It's like, okay, have your people contact my people, and they'll get in touch with your people. So I mean. So there's actually a good little back and forth there.
Yeah, it's funny because Bailey was talking about the past, and she's like, "Oh, I beat you a clash at the castle," and Bianca was like, "Well, before I pinned you, I KO'd you on a ladder and blah blah blah," and she's like, "Let's not talk about the past." I'm like, "You were just talking about the past a minute ago."
It was in Edmonton.
It was in Edmonton, yeah. Just out west. It's Alberta. I think it's close to Minnesota.
Well, you're Mr. Geography. I'm Mr. Nothing. I'm Mr. Nerd, I guess. Unless you want to talk about science, because I took all the advanced science courses like physics and chemistry, but like they're boring as piss. So I don't think anyone wants to talk about those.
No. Well, Edmonton, I know Minneapolis has the mall. I think it's called the Mall of the Americas, which is the biggest mall there is. But we have, I think it's called the West Mall, which is the biggest mall in Canada. Like, I think it's got an indoor skating rink.
Oh, cool.
In Edmonton. Yeah. Apparently it's a nice place. Never been there. I've been to Calgary, but never been to Edmonton. So
I'd like to go. I'd like to, go.
Well, I'd love to see my country, but like, I mean, on one side, you go east, it's currently underwater right now, thanks to Fiona. And you go out west, and I mean, you go to like Saskatchewan, there's nothing. It's all flat. The prairies are all flat. Like, you have to get to the Rockies, which is in the Calgary area, to see something. And then British Columbia is apparently beautiful, but again, it's like hyper expensive to go there. I looked into it once and it was like ridiculous. I'm like, no. It'd be cheaper. Let me put it to you this way. It would be about 5 times cheaper for me to go to Vegas than to somewhere in my own country. So.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, because it's like Vegas, they want people to go there. So it's like.
Yeah, they actually want you there.
They want you there. We don't want anyone in Canada.
Yeah, we don't want anyone. They're like, yeah, come if you want, but give us lots of money.
Yeah.
I live here. I'm a citizen. I was born here. No, don't want you.
We don't want you. We don't need you. So Damage Control. Bailey was like saying, "Oh, you were groomed or whatever to be, or you were picked to be the."
Yeah, you were groomed to be champion, where I had to fight my.
This is Rocky 3. I'm like, wait a minute, I've seen this before. This is from Rocky 3. I know what you're doing. It's like
Bailey was watching Rocky before.
Yeah, Bailey was Mr. T. I'm like, this is awesome. So that was pretty good. And then it's like, Extreme Rules ladder match.
I like ladder matches. I think ladder matches to me are the only match I now watch that, I actually find uncomfortable because there's no give on those freaking ladders. If someone's pounded on them, there's no give. Everyone pops for a table. I pop when a ladder comes out because I'm like, holy crap! Now we're getting serious. Right. But it's very uncomfortable to watch it sometimes. Like when I was seeing Shotzi and she actually slipped, rang across.
Yeah, that was.
I was like, someone could break a frigging leg on these things. I don't like seeing it, like how scary it can be, but you're going to get a good match out of that for sure.
Yeah, and Bailey was so injured already, right? Like,
yeah, she already blew out her Achilles or something.
So yeah, Io Sky fought Bianca. Actually, Io Sky had a pretty good. There was a good angle on her kick where Bianca was hanging off to the side. She came and kicked her. I'm like, oh, finally they had the right. They kind of had the right.
They finally had the right angle and the right depth.
So that looked pretty good. And actually was, and I wouldn't have thought the angle would have been that good, but it just kind of worked.
It worked. But Io Sky has the weirdest punches ever.
Yeah, it's like someone who doesn't.
She's like, I'm like, what is she doing? They're like palm strikes. I'm like, what is this?
Yeah, it you know what it is? They do it in like in sumo. They actually go. It's like it's literally like Honda in sumo.
It's a slap,
and it's like it's meant to like push you back as well. So I don't know. It is powerful when a sumo, like when a Rikishi does it, because like that they're like super strong. But it's meant to hurt, but also mostly to push you back because they want to get you out. Like in Street Fighter, when Honda is doing that, in sumo, it's to push and thrust and get the guy out of the ring. In wrestling, I don't know if there's a purpose to it, because it's meant to get you off balance because you keep getting like, whoa, you're getting pushed back and hit, and you fall down or get pushed out of the dojo. So it's like that's the point of that. I don't know what the point. Maybe I don't know if she's doing it for a reason. Like I don't know if it fits any other martial art. It seems like it's specifically sumo. That's just like a sumo move. It's just very specific to sumo. So I don't know if, I mean, she's Japanese. Obviously, she's obviously watched sumo because everyone in Japan has. So I'm assuming that's what she's doing. I mean, it is unique. So it's like, okay, that's cool, I guess.
Yeah, it was just weird because she did it with a flourish too. So it's like, la. I'm like, okay, yeah, sure. Like it looked visually odd. Yeah. And the thing with her is that half of her offense looks really good and half of her offense just looks weird.
Right.
Bianca, so they made a big botch. It wasn't a botch as in a miss, but it was a botch in timing because there was a thing where Bianca springboarded onto Bailey and Dakota Kai, and it literally was like she was like, 1, oh nope, they're not ready. 2, oh nope, they're not ready. And she's standing there I'm like, yeah, what is she doing? And then she went, and I'm like, that just looked like really freaking bizarre.
Yeah, if they weren't ready, don't do it.
Yeah,
like move on to the next move. Like I don't know how that. I don't know enough about how they practice their things. Like, should they not be able to ad-lib it better? Like, okay, so we missed that one. We didn't get a chance to do that move if that was supposed to be something that we needed to do. Okay, well, do it something else. Like,
yeah, it just looked. She was constantly looked like she was ready to go, and then not yet. They're not ready to catch me. They're not ready to catch me because they're obviously need to be in a position to catch her, and she's not going to do it and either hurt herself or hurt one of the other competitors. This is professional wrestling. No one wants to get hurt. But it was just weird because she kept loading up to do it, and then nope. Okay, go. I'm like, it just looked like she was humping the freaking rope for a while there. I'm like, what is
Ultimate Warrior?
Yeah.
Ultimate Warrior runs in, then he's just tired and he's done. It's
like you would think she would go and pose or make a comment or like yell at the crowd or something. Yeah,
I don't like it either.
The best though, I love this. I think it was Triple H versus Taker. I absolutely, I love this. It was something where Taker did a suicide dive. I think it was Snuka's son was the cameraman. He was supposed to be in the way, and he was like 5 feet over here. Undertaker did the flip. He landed like literally hard. And like the cameraman over here and HBK over here both went down, and he was not even in the same area code. It was hilarious. It just looked like did the Undertaker cause an earthquake and everyone fell? Like, what happened?
I recommend you try another sport, like knitting.
It was so funny. I was dying. I'm like, what happened?
I'm gonna yell that next wrestling we go. when someone botches a move, I'm gonna be like, I recommend you try another sport, like knitting.
Like knitting. I literally, when I saw this thing, I was a little like, Undertaker looked like he was seriously hurt. And then there was dead bodies all lying up here. And I'm like,
he didn't hit you. Do you remember? Okay, in Cosby Show, which I love, it's in my top 5 favorite shows of all time. I don't care. Rolling Stone removed it from their
list. I heard Roseanne, Cosby, and Louis C.K.
Right. Well, I don't care. You can do what you want. You can say what you want, but I love Cosby Show. It's one of my favorites of all time. It's literally my top 5 favorite TV shows of all time. Well, I mean, it's definitely top 10. I haven't gone through lately, but anyways, in an episode, Theo gets an earring, and he doesn't. And then Bill Cosby comes up, and he doesn't want him to know. So he puts on these like, and he's like, listen to music. So he plugs in the headset, and he didn't have time to actually turn the music on. So the headset's plugged in, and he's got the things over his ears, and he's like, he's like kind of like bopping away. And oh, hold on a second. You know what? My battery's going low. Hold on a second. Give me 1 second.
Yeah. J-Man is going through his technical difficulties. Well, not difficulties. That's the thing about laptops. You always have to plug them in like halfway through the day. Batteries last for about 5 seconds. So. Oh.
Okay.
A beep.
I'm back. Okay, sorry, my battery was dying there. I didn't have it plugged in. So, anyways, so he's like like bopping away or whatever, but he didn't plug the music in, so there's no music, right? So he's pretending, right? Because his dad comes in, he's like, son, he's like, yeah, dad. He's like reading a magazine or something, and then Bill Cosby comes over and unplugs the headset, but because there was never any music.
He doesn't know.
He doesn't know. So he's like, son? He's like, yeah, dad, what is it? He's like, there's no music. He's holding the thing. He's like, there's no music coming in through the headset. He's like, are you bopping around to see what's up in your brain? That's really awesome. It's like, yeah. Like, son? It's like, yeah, dad. So yeah, there's no music. There's no music. Oh Christ, I cry. I still to this day cry my eyes out on that scene.
It's Taker versus HBK.
It was HBK. There you go, Cameron. Yeah.
Yeah, he almost broke his neck. Yeah, he like landed hard, and I don't know what happened. Like HBK and the cameraman went down like they got shot.
Right.
And he was nowhere near them.
I'm going to bring my camera a bit closer to you. Oh, that didn't really change the angle at all. There we go. Oh, it's too funny. But yeah, so it's like guys, you weren't hit in this thing. You weren't hit.
Yeah. I didn't understand Bianca doing that. But overall it was a pretty good match. It lasted a while.
Yeah, it was long.
I think Io Sky more or less came off looking very good in that match. But Bianca won with probably the best looking KOD I've seen her hit someone in a while.
Yeah, that was good.
Usually the KOD, they hit on the side, or you can see like they didn't quite, like they sort of went right down, but then they stopped and they were like, it's just, it doesn't always look good. But this one was Io took it fully, hit, boom. It looked like $1 million. So
yeah, Io had her arms in the proper position to fall. She actually had them like in front.
Yeah,
so it went full down. You're
yeah,
like, whoa! Right now in the split second, it's like she's blocking obviously, but like sometimes it's a little weird. It's like they kind of hit it like it's like this or whatever. But she went full down, but she got her arms in perfect position, so she didn't smash her face into the thing.
Yeah, she took it really good. It was a really good match. Probably the best match I've seen Io Sky wrestle yet. So
yeah. Okay. And then we had Nikki ASH versus Candice LeRae. So this is the first time I've seen Candice. This is that Gargano's wife in real life.
Yeah. And the mother of his child.
And she won. Well, I mean,
ASH lost a match. What the hell is going on? What are you going to tell me next? Dogs and cats living together.
Mass hysteria.
Like the Poison Pixie came back. She'd been released. Her contract hadn't been renewed in May. When I saw Gargano come back, I'm like, okay, his wife's going to be on the way. I just didn't know if she'd come back as a face or a heel because she was last in NXT as a heel, part of the Way, who's a 4-woman faction. She looked really good. She has purple hair now. I don't know if she had purple hair in NXT. I know she was blonde. I don't remember her having purple hair. But anyhow, she came back. She looked really good. I like the swinging neck breaker off the second rope. It's not as good. Johnny Gargano's finisher is frigging awesome. The jumping over the top rope DDT, like every time I see it, I'm like, what the hell? But like the swinging neck breaker off the second rope was pretty good. By the way, this is not women's wrestling, but Seth Rollins has a sick submission finisher now, the Peruvian necktie. I'm like, holy crap, where the hell did they come up with that?
There's a couple of other good things that happened that weren't in the women's division where I was actually pumped up for it. I can't remember what it was now. There's some what was it that I thought was good? Was it on SmackDown or Raw? Oh no, the Miz hiring those random people.
Oh yeah,
the Miz team or whatever they were, and then it's like they just all got destroyed, and that guy and that guy is pretending to be
a statue.
Like a statue. And then one of the perks was like you get to be in the next Marine spin-off film or something. I really like the Miz. That guy's really funny. And this entire angle is funny. So ludicrous.
Yeah, he's
making me laugh.
The best is when he had Damian Sandow as his stunt double.
Yes.
He had a wrestler as a stunt double.
Yeah, like what? How does that? Yeah, what is that? I'll share my screen. There you go. So there's Candice. I guess she was blonde before.
Yeah, she was blonde. I remember as blonde, so I was surprised with the purple hair. But she seemed to come out like people knew who she was, and they seemed pumped up for her. So
yeah, I don't know anything about her, so I mean, we'll see how she goes.
But
she's just using her name, right? Yeah, Candice. She's not using.
Yeah, well, what her actual name is actually. But yeah, it was good. I like when I saw her come out. I'm like, I don't know how she was a heel. I mean, She looks like a face to me. She won in short order. I don't know who she's going to feud with. I don't know. Like, They mentioned that she teamed with Rhea Ripley. I'm like, could they have Rhea Ripley wrestle again instead of just be with the Judgment Day all the time?
Yeah, I guess that's all she does.
Can Rhea Ripley not wrestle anymore? Do we not need female heel wrestlers anymore? Like,
No.
we're perfectly fine just with what we have. Like,
yeah,
it makes no sense to me. But anyhow, Candice LeRae came out. Good to see her back. She got the win over Nikki ASH in short order. Nikki ASH had a meltdown after the match, which was very convincing, actually. I was surprised.
When are they going to do something with her? Like,
I don't know. She's completely changed. She doesn't come out with the cape anymore. She had a jacket now. She's still got the stupid mask.
Yeah, she's just dumped that whole angle.
Yeah. It's not, no one cares. And Dewdrop wasn't there, so.
I guess the black is better.
The black is better, but like, just drop the whole ASH thing and just be like Nikki Cross. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, there's what's his face, Hurricane.
I mean, look at that. Wait, go back up. Look at that picture of her on the right.
Yeah, what's going on? Like, where's that character?
Yeah.
Like they gotta do something better with this girl.
Yeah.
What's the other one that? Yeah, oh yeah, Candice. We already looked at. Yeah, I don't know. They gotta. Yeah, I like this. This was good.
Yeah. That was their best thing.
That was better. This is brutal.
Yeah, I don't know who thought that was a good idea.
I mean, I don't know why they thought that was funny. Like, hey, WoW is coming back.
Yeah, I heard.
So I don't know when that's coming up pretty soon, I think. So I'll check that out and see what it's like. But yeah, the wrestling thing. I mean, wrestling. This military thing is pretty cool.
Yeah.
I don't remember that happening.
They teamed very briefly. I mean, it's just
oh
one
god,
match.
This is terrible. Oh, this is that.
Yeah,
this
when she was with Ric Flair, it was like bad. I was like, stop. This is just like weird. It was almost like, remember Tori Wilson's dad was having an affair with one of the female wrestlers, and like Tori Wilson was like feuding with her, and I'm like,
oh gosh,
this is just in such poor. Like, the guy was in his underwear. I'm like, I don't want to see a 60-something-year-old man in his underwear on my television.
That's really stupid.
You know, well, Mae Young did give birth to a hand, right?
I mean, even that. Oh god.
Yeah, she's got to change it. Double C. It's got to change. Like, it's just brutal now.
I'll listen to it. I'll see if I like it. I do like cheesy music. So I will listen to it. I mean, this looks okay. Like, this is interesting. I guess it depends on the actual attire. Like, this looks all right.
Yeah, it's okay. I'm not. Now that she's done the military thing, that's just what I want her to do.
Yeah, it's just better.
Like the sassy Southern Belle thing, it doesn't work for me.
There isn't any. What's the? I guess if I go by time. Let's go by time. Past week, maybe. Yeah, here you go. So this is more like. This is more what she has now, right?
Yeah, it's fine. I'm not against it. It's a nice combination of her old one and her army thing. Or her military thing. It's just, I don't know. I really liked the outfit she came out in.
See, I would have done something like this then.
Yeah.
Right, like just put something like that, as opposed to having it smeared just on her forehead.
Yeah, just looked like she went. Okay,
like, this looks like it's like, what is this like?
I thought when I first saw it, I thought it was like I don't know. It looked like, I'm like, does she just have a big bruise on her? I'm like, oh
Yeah, it's like a bruise or something. I don't like that at all.
yeah.
Like, this is the person who you're putting this makeup on. Like, it's brutal. She needs to have better makeup. But anyway. All
And then
right, so-
after the whole thing, Candice was there, and Bianca and Alexa and Oscar were just hanging around out back talking because, you know, that's what they do. Apparently, after the match, they just hang out in the back and talk. And then Candice LeRae was there, and they're like, "Oh, congrats!" And then Damage Control, of course, showed up because they're the only 3 female heels in Raw right now. And it looks like we're going to get Candice versus Dakota next week.
Yeah, so how is that going to go? If Dakota keeps losing, it's like, why are the tag champions losing? Because
I don't know.
You can't have Candice lose unless you're going to have her lose. There's not enough like jobber females.
No. I mean, you have a couple, but like not many. You notice Nikki ASH didn't come with Dewdrop. Is that over now?
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe that's done now. I have no idea. Yeah, they got to revamp a lot of these people because they're just there, and you're like, okay, well, whatever.
Yeah, it's like if I look now at the female roster for WWE Raw and SmackDown, I'm just going to pull it up now. So female wrestlers: Alexa Bliss, face; Asuka, face; Bayley, heel; Becky Lynch, injured, but I guess she's a face when she comes back; Bianca Belair, face; Candice LeRae, face; Carmella, inactive, concussion; Dakota Kai, heel; Dana Brooke, face, jobber; Dewdrop, heel, jobber; Io Sky, heel; Nikki ASH, heel, jobber; Queen Selena, missing in action; Rhea Ripley, doesn't wrestle anymore; Tamina, face, jobber. Like,
where's Shayna? What about Shayna Baszler and all that?
She's
That's
on SmackDown.
SmackDown, right? Yeah.
So here's the SmackDown roster: Aaliyah, face, jobber;
right;
Charlotte, missing in action;
yeah;
Lacey Evans, right now, heel, jobber; Liv Morgan, face, I think; Naomi, nowhere; Natalya, heel, jobberish; Raquel Rodriguez, face; Ronda Rousey, who the hell knows anymore?
Tweener, whatever.
Tweener. Sasha Banks, not
missing.
There. Shayna Baszler, heel.
Yeah.
Shotzi, face; Sonya Deville, heel, jobber; Xia Li, heel, jobber. So who is the main villain on that is on SmackDown? It's either
Damage Control.
It's either Natalya or Shayna Baszler, or maybe we say Ronda Rousey.
Yeah, it's like Damage Control is the only people who are heels on both,
who are jobbers.
But the problem is that 2 of them are jobbers.
2 of them are now becoming jobbers. Yes.
Right. So it's like Bayley's the only one that has anything.
Yep.
And she's still not 100% really.
Nope.
Like now, after watching other Bayley matches and going back and watching stuff, you're like, whoa, like that's not the same Bayley that we got now.
And if you look at NXT, you have Toxic Attraction with Mandy Rose, who are heel. You have Cora Jade, who's a heel. Yeah. You have Lash Legend, who is a heel. It seems they're doing a better job on NXT of pumping up heel characters than the main rosters.
Yeah. I don't know. Let me see. Let's check when WoW starts, and then WoW. It airs. I just saw it. What the hell? Where did I just see it? No, that's not it. Here we go. It's back. September 7th. Sorry. Oh, premieres September 17th? Crap, that means we already had an episode. Did we already have an episode? I'll see if I can find it. But they have Lana Starr.
Oh!
Remember Lana Starr?
Yeah, I remember Lana Starr.
Yeah, so I guess we missed. I guess we already missed one. I'm gonna check it out.
So they have superheroes.
Yeah, superheroes is what their things are called. Premieres in syndication September 17th.
Adriana Gambino, Americana, BK Rhythm, Chainsaw. Oh, I love WoW already. Like, look at these girls. Fury, Genesis, G.I. Jane, Gigi Gianni, Heavy Metal Sisters, Holodead.
Yeah.
Oh, Ice Cold. You remember Ice Cold? She was my favorite. I built a web page to Ice Cold.
Oh yeah, where is she on here?
Beside Holodead.
Oh, let me see. So you went to superheroes?
Yep.
I guess I should share this. Hold on. Oh god, let me share that screen. Hold on a second. I should be sharing this. Not Chrome.
Samantha Smart. Siren the Voodoo Doll.
There we go.
Got a ton of girls here. Oh, wow.
Oh, really? Well, she's not. I don't know. I follow her on Instagram. She posts 5 million things a day. It's all Naruto related. She's gotten tattoos and all that. Okay. Anyways. So.
Oh yeah, her husband is Alistair or Malachi Black.
Which one's Ice Cold? Oh, here we go. Ice Cold. Yes.
Ice Cold, man. Ice Cold was my favorite.
Yeah. So it's like this is already on.
Oh wow.
Can we even watch? I don't want to put it on here and get it. So it's like episodes out for justice, but like
the greatest attorney in the world, Sophia Lope.
Episode 3.
Oh, Cage Heat.
But this is old. That's old.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? Maybe they're saying the old one's going to be coming back on. No, that can't be. Because some of these people look older. I'll have to investigate this a bit more. Because this looks new, what we're looking at here.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's not the new one then, I don't think. Let me see what news is. What news? What is all this? CW, new episodes available.
Oh, AJ Lee is the executive producer and cover commentator.
Oh, see, that's what I'm saying. So that's new. So I don't understand why it's
Cage Heat is old.
Yeah, but like, see, this is Lana Starr, but that's not Lana Starr when she's younger.
No, when we watched her.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll have to investigate it a bit more.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Well, I think we'll end it off there. Sean is coming tomorrow for Spawn Talk, so that'll be good. He was just texting me, asking me exactly when it was or whatever. But yeah, I guess that's it. So hopefully we see everybody tomorrow. If not Friday, we're doing the space opera thing, and then if not, 1 week from today. All right, guys.
See you Thursday.
See ya.
Hey friends, you've just been listening to J-Man, and he is the smartest person who ever lived. So make sure you like and subscribe.